Hi, it's Friday, so let's talk some strategic sorcery. A few months ago, maybe even a year ago, my wife pointed out an article in the New York Times. It was about conversations that people have, and it suggested that to communicate effectively, you should know whether you are talking from the head, the heart, or the hand. The head wants to know how things are, where things are, what they are, what the reality of it is. Heart wants to know how things feel and what things mean in a sense that is not necessarily factual, but still truthful. The hand wants to know how things are useful, right? So if somebody comes up to you and they are bewildered by a situation, maybe they just want to understand it from the head. They want to know how things are, what they are precisely. And you answer from the heart in an emotional way of what this means and so on. Very often it can be the opposite. Someone comes and they just want you to listen, to share in their emotion, and you're kind of explaining the fix, the hand, right? So this is how people talk past one another. But it got me thinking a lot about magic and the questions that I get as a teacher. And it made me realize that when it comes to magic, I care a lot about the hand. I care a lot about what's useful and how. And a little less than the hand, but I also care about what things mean. But that I actually don't care a whole lot about what magic, or religion for that matter, has to say about head questions. Where things are, how they are. Are Zeus and Jupiter the same being? Exactly. And if they're not, how are they different? What are the physics of the river Styx as we get invoked? Are Hecate and Selene different? And if they are, why does this invocation call them together? And if they're not, why are they honored separately? How many angels can dance on the head of a pin? This kind of thing, the physics. Why, what is this spirit, sublunar, or is it just overlunar? What is beyond the planetary spheres and things like this? And I used to tell people just look for the mess, right? Don't try to nail everything down. And nowadays, I tell people, look, there are questions of the head, heart, and hand in magic. And if you're looking for me to explain the cosmological workings of the universe in a way that, say, physics tries to explain it, I'm not going to help you. And it's not that spirits aren't forthcoming about this. It's not that there's no text about this. But, to be blunt, most of them are just proven wrong, right? And when we cling to them, then we get held back, right? You think about people figured out that the planets moved in ellipses a long time ago, but they couldn't say it because, well, Aristotle likes circles. And people more or less figured out that the Earth revolved around the sun a long time before Galileo. But, well, there you go. So, when we're discussing magic, I am really, really interested in how things are used. What does that invocation for Selene, Hecate do? What of Zeus and his story impacts Jupiter and his story? What is the relationship of Jupiter and Juno versus Zeus and Hera? Because it's a very different relationship. And so when it comes to, well, I'm going to go here, not there, it's based on the hand. It's based on usefulness, right? It's based on what I think is useful and what's been revealed to be useful and proven, at least anecdotally to me, to be useful and meaningful. Now, of course, these cosmological models, sometimes we have to look at a model of the way things are to find use. But there again, when it comes to magic and religion, I try to keep in mind that these things are imperfect. And what we don't know is a lot more than what we do know. And when we step out of the world of the physical sciences, where things are just repeatable over and over again, the kind of hard, like, this is this way, and therefore everything must act this way, it starts to fall apart really quick. So, that's it. If you're ever taking one of my classes and you have a question about what the precise nature of the elemental plane of, like, what is the degree to which it burns, I'm not going to answer. I'm probably going to explain the head, heart, and hand. I think everybody that's taken my courses has heard me talk about this. And if you're in this game because you want the solutions to those head problems, if you're like, I want to hear what the angels have to say about the machinery of the seven heavens, and I'm going to have full faith that that is accurate and correct, then cool, more power to you. It's not my bag, but that's okay. That's it. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.